Good find. Look at that.
Wicked.
That's amazing.
You are, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were kind of one of those fortunate circumstances.
It was like
where,
magic. I mean, it felt magical. Almost.
Yeah.
It was magical.
Finish each other's
It was like
sentences.
not having known this person, seeing her, wanting to ask her. It was this weird little like spark of electricity where you just want to say like, how is your husband? How's your kids? How have you been? It's like it's an old friend you haven't seen in 20 years. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
But I think it's that dynamic, that
Yeah.
older brother, younger sister thing, and I think because we grew up in that way, and I mean, obviously our childhoods were very different from Sarah and Felix, who I think only had each other and had to rely on each other heavily, and yet there's still like a distrust there, and there's still like Sarah kind of screws off and runs away, and you know, Felix is kind of the steady.
And yet still, like, as I don't know if anybody's a younger sibling, like, no matter what your older siblings do to you, I think until you reach a certain point in life, you somehow always find a way to turn the other cheek, and you just want to make them happy. There's that weird, like, I need your validation, I need your love, I need your acceptance all the time. I do things for my sisters I wouldn't do for anybody. Even if they've yelled at me that morning for, you know, I don't know, doing something stupid, like leaving my pomade on the counter. I don't even use pomade.
That is idiotic.
I use pomade.
On his abs.
Stop it, you. I saw you in the gym this morning.
How many of you here have seen our bums?
Hands, please.
And who else has a question?
A bum is a butt. It's the Canadian term
Oh,
for
do you guys
butt.
not say that here?
Bum. No, they don't say that in the United
You don't
States.
say bum. That's
No.
why you all look so confused.
You're like, what is he talking about?
The irony is you've all seen it, so I know you're lying.
Hi, okay, so
Hey.
questions for you guys. Tatiana, what is the most difficult part of playing opposite yourself? And for the guys, if you could make her play any character in anything ever, who would you make her play?
Oh, I got
my
an easy
God.
one there.
That's cool.
I want to see her interpretation of Carrie.
Oh.
I think you would have been awesome. No offense to Chloe Moretz, who I'm sure is great. I'm sure she's really lovely, but I don't know what the film's going to be like, but I would have loved to see you do that. I love Carrie. I love Sissy Spacek.
I would have loved to see Tatiana play a female version of Martina McFly. Back to the Future.
I want that hairdo. That'd be wicked.
What do you think, guys? Yeah?
I think it's been done very well before. The hardest part of playing opposite myself is the fact that there's nobody there, and it's so technical, and it's so about the specifics, like the minutia of my eye line being just that low, or just there, or me not putting a wine glass through my own face, or you know what I mean? Like it's so technical, and the challenge for me is in being present and available and alive and spontaneous in a super structured technical situation, and that's been the challenge with all the kind of clone scenes for me, but also kind of what's so fun and exhilarating about them.
You draw faces on the tennis balls sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Little
Like
angry
sad
faces if
faces.
she's got to yell at them.
Yeah. Exactly. Who else? Yeah.
How did you guys react when you read the finale script, the season finale script?
I started crying because I was so sad that we were done potentially. That we didn't know if we were coming back, and it was kind of left in this incredible, emotional, really tense place, and I didn't know if we would ever get to kind of explore further than that, and so I was quite sad about that. But yeah, for me it was pretty emotional.
I was kind of went through. I remember reading the last 10 pages, which I think translated to about the last 5 minutes on screen, and that's what really blew me away. And I think it translated pretty well when the episode aired, because the last 5 minutes was gripping. I knew it was going to happen, and I was still like this. And that's pretty incredible to already know the ending and still be surprised when it happens.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. And I wouldn't smoke a cigarette because my nerves were so shaken. How old are you, young man? 14. Don't ever smoke a cigarette. I learned my lesson after that, but it drew me to it. My nerves were just too shaken after reading it.
Yeah.
And where do we go from there?
Tatiana, which clone are you most like in real life?
I think I connect quite strongly to Cosima because of her tendencies. No, because because Cosima to me is so fascinated with people and with life and with the way things work and the way things are broken down and why something is the way it is, and she's constantly questioning things, and she's like an investigator in a way. And I feel like I can relate that to my passion for acting, you know, her passion for science and her passion for people and for, you know, everything. And also, you know, she's very human to me. She's incredibly, and I'm not saying I'm incredibly smart, but she's incredibly smart.
She is actually incredibly
I'm not.
smart,
Pretty
so
sure she's a
we
borderline
can chime
genius.
in.
All right. But Cosima's incredibly smart, but she does stupid things. And I think that's what I love about her, and what I actually connect to about her is that you can have this duality in you where you're the smartest person on the planet and you fall for the person that you shouldn't be falling for, and then you know that it's going to end badly and you still do it. And that's something I strongly connect
Which
to
is
in
so
her.
human too, and that's
Yeah.
such a big part of the show in general is the humanity in each of these women. None of them are cartoons. None of the characters are cartoons, even though at first glance you might see them and think, oh, you know, here we go. But as you move forward in the series, I think there are a lot of surprises, and the layers are peeled back on every person until you realize you are dealing with a multifaceted, multidimensional human being.
What was the cool thing that the set decorator did in your loft?
Oh my God, so cool, because he kind of picked up on this theme in the script, I think, early on. Ian Brock, our production designer, is brilliant, and he, in Felix's loft, because Felix, in particular, I guess to Ian...
Phallic paintings.
Well, there were a lot of phallic paintings. It's funny, too, because I got in the first day, I was like, so what are we going to see? Like some Banksy, some Ziggy? Like, I thought, like, street art, they're like...
Penises.
I was like, okay.
Amazing!
Thank you. But he actually, the walls are layered. He started with a faux, like concrete, and then put a brick facade, then a stone facade, then wallpaper, then stone, then concrete, and then chiseled that away to look like urban decay from the inside out, which is actually a thematic representation of the character. He represented him even in his space. The fact that Felix is so layered, as all the characters are, and the more you kind of go down the rabbit hole, the more you learn about each person and who they really are. And how, like, there's resonance there, you know, layers in humanity, that's resonance and that's truth, and that's why we connect so emotionally to all the... I'm getting, like, choked up. Why am I...
It's just always...
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Are there any children in the audience? Because he cries when he sees children, too, so... Kids?
I cry about
Hide
3
your
times
kids.
a day. Has anyone seen that commercial with Dawn, the oil-covered ducks? Yeah, man, like, why do they do that? Like, why do they set you up to get emotional like that?